competition pitch for 2022. The idea that I'm pitching is called our Harvest. So here's what the problem is. The problem is that over the past 10 years, food prices have been rising dramatically, and families are not able to keep up. This was further enforced by an article written by the Washington Post that stated, "The end is not in sight." Inflation at the wholesale level climbed 8.3% last month from August 2020. This is extremely detrimental for many families and communities, especially during the COVID pandemic, since many were not able to keep up with the rising food prices and therefore couldn't support their families in the ways that they should have. Many turned to gardening to solve this problem. However, it wasn't working. Many people didn't have the time, money, space, or patience. We aimed to use modern technology to enhance the sustainability of growing produce, all the while making it accessible to all potential users to solve that problem. Our solution was the Our Harvest subscription service. This subscription service was a kit. It was beginner-friendly, reusable, customer-focused, subscription-based, personalized, and space-independent so that urban users would be able to use it. The subscription service supply chain worked like this. We would ship the product, the customers would receive the product, and then the customers would use it for an X number of months depending on the subscription, and then the customer would ship it back. This allowed us to take care of the plant so then the customer could receive a new one. We'd clean up the system/product that we received back from that certain customer and would ship it to a new one. That way we don't have to waste money on buying new plants, and we can have a sustainable business model. So the product that we're talking about is a fogponic system. So a fogponic system works by using small fish tank-like pumps to circulate water which has been mixed with nutrients. As the water trickles down, the plant roots can absorb it and grow more efficiently. So our most recent design looks like this. LED lights would be at the top. There would be space for 9 fully grown plants. That way it can support a full family for a month, and they won't have to buy anything from a supermarket, and foggers would lay at the bottom. This is space independent and would be able to be used in any urban apartment. Our ERRC grid shows that we will eliminate chemical usage and foodborne illnesses because people know what's going inside the plant, and we're raising healthier produce and plants compared to what people would buy in the supermarket. In the supermarket, we learned that the apples, for example, that you eat could be up to a year old, but due to the chemicals and pesticides used, you can't tell. However, it's extremely harmful and detrimental for your body. We're also reducing water waste because we notice the traditional way that people water waste up to 1.7 trillion gallons of fresh drinking water all around the globe, including how farmers water their plants. We'd also be reducing plant care costs as our system doesn't use any soil and all the water in it doesn't have to be replenished as it's a fogponic system, so the water cycle is self-sustaining. That way the customer doesn't have to worry about it. Our strategy map shows that compared to at-home gardeners and supermarkets, we don't have chemical usage, nor does our system produce foodborne illnesses. However, we offer low-cost produce and farm fresh food in homes, as well as healthier produce and plants compared to supermarkets and at-home gardeners' plants, due to the fact that they use many pesticides and chemicals, and the fogponic system itself is much more efficient and sustainable. So here are 3 tiers of non-customers. At-home urban gardeners. We want to convince them that our Harvest products are more efficient than their at-home gardens, as well as cleaners. We also want to target health-centered families in urban areas and convince them that our Harvest produce is much healthier than what they buy from supermarkets, for example, Whole Foods, and it is cheaper as well. Our unexplored tier are public schools. We want to convince them that our Harvest produce is good for the students and is a sustainable way for them to get produce for their lunches. This way, public schools don't have to waste money on buying unfresh food, and they're able to give their kids healthy lunches. So here's the marketing potential for gardening. Over in From 2015 to 2024, it is estimated to increase so much, from $88.5 billion to $127 billion. And this is the market that our Rharvest wants to be in. Thank you.